My little brother comes home with his maths homework. And I, being the eldest in the family, was expected to help. Well, I did. But guess what? Not until recently did he tell me that he got everything wrong. I, being the firstborn, was expected to be good at maths, among other things. But little did they know that my strength was not in maths. My strength lay somewhere else. Sitting in my living room on a cold night, watching my favorite soapy, The Bold and the Beautiful, soapy lovers, my 6-month-old son crawls to the heater, gets burnt, and says his first word, hot. He then crawls away to the door and says his second word, out. At 7 months old, I left him in the bathroom to get his towel. And on my way back, I met him taking his first step. By the time he was 4 years old, he loved to play with wires. And he was full of whys and hows. At first I thought, okay, he's 4. He's trying to explore the world around him. Then as time went by, I thought he might have gotten the whys from his mother. That's me. He couldn't do anything without asking why he had to do that. And he always wanted to find out how everything worked. When he was 6, going on to 7, he started experimenting with electricity. In fact, he once used his little sister to try and find out if electricity could pass through the sister's body to another object. Scary, eh? Don't worry, the sister survived. She's safe. He also started breeding mosquitoes. But I think by then we didn't have female mosquitoes because no malaria cases. Every time he was asked what he wanted to be when he grew up, he would say he wanted to be a superhero and save the world. Every little child has a superhero. But the thing is, I realized his love for science and I supported him. For I believe, and my philosophy is, if it doesn't hurt them, let them try it. Of course, not the electricity. And right now, he's living his dream, saving the world through artificial intelligence in the medicinal side of it in Tanzania. He is somebody's superhero. Every child is unique with their own strengths and weaknesses. Just like the stars in the sky, every child is different. So parents and teachers, it's time we stopped comparing, but let's focus on the uniqueness and the strength. So how do we do this? I believe every child is talented, but their talent is either wasted or lost at an early age when they're made to feel their talent is useless by statements like, itakupeleka wapi? Where will it take you? Albert Einstein once said, everyone is a genius, but if you were to judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend the rest of its life believing that it's stupid. One of my son's teachers once came to me complaining that my son was asking questions which were way above his level. To me, that was not supposed to be a complaint, but a challenge. Children are supposed to be encouraged both at home and at school. Schools should move away from the traditional belief that teachers know it all, but instead give the children the opportunity to think and express their minds. I had a kid in my class. She was very good in acrobatics, but very average in academics. So I spoke to the mother and I advised her to encourage and support the child and follow up on her child's acrobatics. I think she did that once or twice, and then she stopped. The next time I met the girl, she couldn't do even the simplest thing that she used to do with ease. Now that's a talent lost. Cases like this made me shift from being a classroom teacher and go out there and start identifying and nurturing talent from an early age. I felt the need to do that. Hence, I started Makuba Center. Now, Makuba Center doesn't only deal with identifying and nurturing talent in kids, but we also expose children to different learning methods, like experimental learning. We hold teachers' tea parties, which are teachers' workshops. And here teachers come together to discuss and share their success and challenges that they meet in their daily teaching lives. They also come together to share different teaching methodologies to help Tanzania be at par with the rest of the world. We hold STEAM camps for kids, where children come and learn by doing science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. But we also have kids camps, where children come to showcase their talent and also learn different life skills. This has really helped them because we don't do it the traditional way. We let the kids work in groups and find out the answers all by themselves. And this has really helped improve their self-confidence and creativity. At the last Teachers' Tea Party and the former school where I worked, I introduced the think, pair, and share method of learning. Now, think, pair, and share method of learning is whereby a child is given a task. They have to think about the task, pair up with a partner or a group, discuss their findings, and then later share with the rest of the class. But before you do that, the teacher has to explain what is required to be done and what is expected at the end. This has helped improve their thinking skills, their listening skills, and their patience as well, because they have to wait for their turn to speak. But most of all, it has helped to boost their self-esteem because they get to know their contribution in class matters. How do we do this as parents, teachers, and the community? We should stop ignoring our children's questions and suggestions. Because most of the time, when we have a very confident and bold child, we tend to label them as being rude, unruly, or disrespectful, which is not true. We should remember that by doing so, we might end up shutting up our future lawyer, public or motivational speaker, parents and teachers. Apart from encouraging our children to work hard in academics, please, let's not take for granted their talent. As a mother and someone who has worked with children for over 20 years, I've been blessed to learn more from them than they from me. I give them a platform to speak their minds. I always ask them why they did what they did. And only after they have explained to me clearly and I have understood, do I speak my mind? Now, this has helped me realize that not all the so-called naughty, dumb, or mischievous kids are so, but they're either bored, not motivated, or are forced to do something that is not in them. Now, we should remember that if we force children to do something that is not in them, or we choose a career for them, they'll end up to be very unhappy employees. Parents and teachers, let us listen to the children before we judge them. Let us stop thinking that our thinking is better than their thinking. Let them not fear us to come and express their feelings. Let them consider us as a support function to help them realize their dreams. And we do this by letting them know that they can come to us without the fear of being judged. Most parents and teachers tend to ignore talent in their children. I feel it's time we changed our mindset so that we can be able to start nurturing talent from an early age. This will enable children to face the future with certainty. And instead of looking forward to being employed, they can use their talent to earn a living or better their lives. And we can only do this by allowing them to explore their talent at an early age. As a teacher, a parent, a childminder, or anyone with a child's interest at heart, it's time we listened more to our children than judge or choose for them. Let us spend time with our children to observe what they love doing, and let us praise them when they do it well and help them grow in those areas. Let us remember that schoolwork can be taught and learned, but talent is inborn and something that is done with ease. I believe in a future where Tanzanians are going to be confident and happy in what they're doing, rather than saying, I did it for my parents or someone. Like the way I wanted my son to be a pilot, but then I discovered his love for science and I supported him. And right now, he's happy to serve people in the field of his choice. Let us reshape the narrative of Tanzanian education by nurturing talent from an early age. Thank you.